devoted husband, 6 beautiful children, a thriving dental practice. But behind James Craig's charming smile was a sinister secret. While his wife lay dying in a hospital bed, he was browsing online for poisons and planning a fresh start with another woman. This isn't a movie. This happened in Colorado, and the way he did it will leave you chilled to the bone. This is the story of Dr. James Craig, the smiling killer. From the outside, James and Angela Craig looked like the all-American family. Living in Aurora, Colorado, the couple had 6 children and were active in their local church. James was a respected dentist with a thriving practice called Summerbrook Dental. Angela was described by friends as kind-hearted, deeply religious, and dedicated to her family. She had supported James through the ups and downs of his career. Everyone thought they were a power couple, but what Angela didn't know was that James had been living a double life. Behind the walls of their beautiful suburban home, cracks were forming, and James wasn't just cheating emotionally. He was planning something far more deadly. In early 2023, James Craig reignited a romantic relationship with a woman he'd met years earlier, a fellow dentist based in Texas. According to investigators, James used his business trips to meet up with her. He told her his marriage was over. He lied about Angela being suicidal, and he promised her they'd soon be together, permanently. But divorce would be messy. A custody battle over 6 children, financial ruin, a stain on his Christian image. James had a simpler solution. Angela didn't need to leave him. She just needed to die. This is where the story takes a dark and calculated turn. In February and March 2023, James started researching poisons online. But not just casually. He was Googling exact dosages of deadly chemicals like arsenic and cyanide. On February 27th, he created a new email address, using the name Jim and Waffles, to order potassium cyanide online from a company in California. He even lied to the chemical supplier, claiming he was a surgeon using the chemical for a legit purpose. Then, James had the poison shipped directly to his dental office. Let that sink in. He had cyanide delivered like Amazon Prime, all while showing up to work, cleaning teeth, and smiling at patients. March 6th, 2023. Angela Craig wasn't feeling well. She told friends she was dizzy, weak, and had trouble concentrating. James offered her a protein shake to help her feel better. It was a gesture of care, or so it seemed. Hours later, Angela was in the hospital. Doctors were baffled. Her symptoms were severe, but nothing was showing up in toxicology reports. They stabilized her, and she went home, but not for long. Just days later, James gave her another helpful drink. This time she collapsed. Her organs began failing. She was put on a ventilator, and all the while, her husband sat at her bedside, holding her hand, while texting his girlfriend that they'd have to postpone their getaway. Hospital staff started putting 2 and 2 together. Angela was healthy, no history of chronic illness, and yet she was dying fast. A nurse noticed James acting strangely, unemotional, detached, checking his phone constantly. He even left the hospital mid-crisis to return to his office. By then, Angela's sister had a hunch. Something's not right. Check his computer. When investigators did, what they found was bone-chilling. Search history included: how many grams of cyanide is lethal? Is arsenic traceable in autopsy? How make a poison taste like protein powder? And on his office computer, a confirmation email from the poison supplier. He hadn't even tried to hide it. Angela died on March 15th, 2023. Just hours later, James was arrested at his own dental practice. The charge? First-degree murder. The motive? Greed, lust, and cold, calculated evil. Investigators believe he poisoned his wife at least 3 times. He even tried ordering a second batch of poison, this time oleandrin, a plant-based toxin. As for his mistress, she flew to Colorado to see him, unaware he was under investigation. When she learned the truth, she told police she had no idea what James was planning. Her search history was clean. The story shocked the country. News outlets dubbed him the cyanide dentist. But in court, he showed no remorse. Prosecutors painted James as a narcissist who valued image over integrity, lust over loyalty, and murder over divorce. He pled not guilty, but the evidence? Overwhelming. His digital fingerprints were everywhere. And, as one detective said, this was not a crime of passion. This was a blueprint for murder. Angela Craig didn't die suddenly. She died slowly, poisoned by the very man she trusted most. Behind every suburban smile, every Instagram-perfect family could lie a dark secret. If you found this story chilling, leave a comment below. What punishment does James Craig truly deserve? And would you have spotted the signs? Tell us in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more real-life stories from the darkest corners of human behavior.